Right then, are we going to go for it? Detached body, daddy long legs with this same form, cut into a square. This form obviously is square when you get hold of it. This is a fly that we came up with, or I came up with for Menteep, because you bugger. I don't, as I said, I don't tend to do a lot of dry flies, and daddy long legs tends to be one of the flies that I've never seen a fish take one. I've never seen a fish take a daddy long legs. Honestly, I've never seen one come up and eat one. But everybody fishes one. You know, it's just. Is it?
And Eland Valleys.
Well, I fished eland. I fished eland quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's just one of these flies that. I know it works. But so here we go. Detached body. I'm just gonna catch on now. I didn't bring a needle with me. I didn't bring a safety pin. Any chance? Or a pin? No.
Wrong jacket.
No. Just out of curiosity, because I've got a bit of a thick one going on, yeah. So I've just caught on nice and slack, because if I tie this too tight, I'm not going to be able to get it off. Okay. So I normally use a hook, a long shank hook, that I put in the vise as a standard hook, but I've cut the eye off. It'll be a fine wire, like a big dry fly hook of some description. But I haven't got one with me. I haven't got the pliers to cut the eye off. So I'm thinking on my feet, so to speak. So I burnt the end to give me my little dimple on the end of my daddy long legs. I'm gonna put him onto my needle. And I'm going to slowly put three turns in every one space, giving myself a segmentation as I go up. Again, I'm not putting much tension on this, because I don't want to cut through the form if possible. Equally spacing them. I would like a finer needle where the form will actually go right the way around the needle. So it'll give me one solid body. When I take it off, it'll be completely round the needle. But I haven't got it, so you can do this same pattern with deer fur, but it is a little bit of a process, shall we say. It can be a pain, and they do break fairly easily. I'm going to just take off the excess. Nice and slack. 1, 2, 3. Just whip finish it there. Little bit of tension. Just to get my whip finish to bind in. Get some varnish. Now you can do this before or after you start putting the body, as long as you don't take forever creating the body. You can do it before. Just take away the excess. So all I'm doing is sealing the silk before I take it off. Rotate the vise, rotate your fingers, and the whole place is going to come off in one piece. And just roll it in your fingers. Daddy Longlegs body. So there's the first part done. I can remove my needle. I can get hold of my hook. And I can start making my fly. I get hold of my, again, same silk, same dry fly hook as I've been using the Camazans, size 12s. I'm just going to catch, right, I want to cut this down a little bit, right? There we go. That's what I wanted. Take that away. See, it shows my laziness when I do things like that, doesn't it? Huh? I only want that much of it onto the hook, tied onto the hook. I want it nice and short in the body if I can get it. And then I'm going to put my legs in. So whereas a lot of people would say you need a bit of dubbing on the body, then you put your wings in, then your thorax cover, then your legs either side. With these, there's not much real need for a lot of fuss. They're very simple, very straightforward. Legs around, and it's quite literally leave them scatter where they want to go. A daddy longlegs doesn't land on the water with his legs out perfect every time. So what we do, we just sort of tie them fairly roughly. Get hold of our foam, the bit that we just cut off, the longer section from making the body itself. Bind that in. That's ready to come over the top, okay? Cull the canard feather. There are several ways of doing this. You can do it in a dubbing spinner, but again, there's no real need for a dubbing spinner as such. We're going to get a rusty brown colour or an off brown colour, very similar to the sedge body that we had. Let me find the name for you. Ginger cream. It's an off brownish colour. It looks a lot lighter when you get a little bit of it out rather than the wad just in the packet. Oh, I forgot to put my colour canard feather in. Tie the colour canard feather in by the tip. Slide this up into place. Get all my colour canard out of the way. Nothing too fancy or posh with the dubbing. Just dub it round. Just give the colour canard something to pull into. And hackle the colour canard fairly roughly through it. Right till you get to the thick part of the stem there. Take away the excess. Bind that in, fold it all back, split my cul de canard. Now this is where you've got to watch, because as you see, I cut this stuff off with the silk. One pull too much and it's gone. Your lot's gone. Start again. Put finish under there. Take away the excess. Now you can leave, I know it sounds silly, a little stub of that foam there. Rather than cut it off tight, you can leave a little 2 or 3 mil stub of that foam there. So if you pull it, that little stub will give you a wake, as opposed to cutting it off flat.
It was like a muddler head.
Yeah, very similar, yeah. I used to tie for Eden Valley a sugar cube, can't say sugar cube, foam-headed bibio, and I'd leave the foam sticking out like a little cone on the front, and it was much quicker than tying a muddler. That was the reason for it. It was much quicker than tying a muddler and as effective as any muddler you'd use. Small dressing just to get a little bit of that fur out from in between the colour canard. And I've got a CDC detached body daddy longlegs.